Who appointed the Batman?
We did. All of us who stood by and let scum take control of our city. When their enemies were at the gates, the Romans would suspend democracy and appoint one man to protect the city. And it wasn't considered an honor, it was considered a public service.
Harvey, the last man that they appointed to protect the Republic was named Caesar, and he never gave up his power.
Okay, fine. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy is a direct response to the terrorist attacks of 9/11 and their lasting effect on the world, including distrust in people and hopelessness generally. Decades later, we still grapple with understanding the motives of these terrorist acts and other seemingly random acts of violence. The Dark Knight gives terrorism a face and a hero to bring us answers and some closure.
Criminals in this town used to believe in things. Honor, respect. What do you believe in, huh?
Criminals aren't complicated, Alfred. We just need to figure out what he's after.
With respect, Master Wayne, perhaps this is a man you don't fully understand either. Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money.
I'm only burning my half.
They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
It captures the anxiety and aloneness felt in an interconnected world that has gone crazy. It is about order and chaos.
I'm an agent of chaos.
Rules.
The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules. And tonight you're gonna break your one rule. I'm considering it.
And madness.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
You're crazy. I'm not. No, I'm not.
The Joker is an enigma. He is not scared of dying, and, like many terrorists, his plan is to die while taking others down with him. He doesn't seem to need anything or anyone, yet he orchestrates impossibly detailed plans that feel scarily omniscient. The Joker is seemingly immortal. His influence is everywhere, and he cannot be contained.
If you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal,
Much like Batman,
and if they can't stop you,
he is a symbol.
then you become something else entirely.
He represents resistance, static, lawlessness, and manipulation. He is the devil. One of the questions the film raises is if Batman inadvertently caused the Joker.
This is different. They've crossed the line.
You crossed the line first, sir. You squeezed them, you hammered them to the point of desperation. And in their desperation, they turned to a man they didn't fully understand.
Is it possible to do anything good without its opposite rising up to oppose us? And is that a reason to stop? In the book, The Art and Making of the Dark Knight Trilogy, we read, "The Joker is an extraordinary adversary for Batman because Batman relies on tapping into criminals' fears and playing those fears against them. But the Joker is not responsive to that. Bruce Wayne is, in some ways, a Christ figure. He sacrifices himself to save others.
That's a very brave thing you did.
Trying to catch the light?
Batman's actions thus far have been everything but personal. They've benefited the city entirely.
And realizing the magnitude of the ordeal he is called upon to face.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir.
He asks his surrogate father, Alfred, if there is any way to let this cup, this responsibility, pass from him.
People are dying, Alfred. What would you have me do?
Endure, Master Wayne. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
Order!
Permission to treat the witness as hostile.
Granted. Hostile? I see you hostile.
There is a new district attorney in Gotham City. Harvey Dent is leading the charge against crime and drawing attention from all sides with his unorthodox yet effective methods.
If you want to kill a public servant, Mr. Maroney, I recommend you buy American.
He is a hero without gadgetry or superpowers.
But Your Honor, I'm not done.
He is a hero
Look at this face.
with a face.
This is the face of Gotham's bright future.
He is a symbol of hope for a city in perpetual darkness.
Things have improved. Look at the new district attorney.
I am. Closely.
How do we counteract something that appears to have no known motive?
Well, as demented as it may be, I think the motive is to hurt people. And that's why this crime will be stopped and the perpetrators will be brought to justice.
And a possible replacement for Batman,
You once told me that if the day came when I was finished, that we'd be together.
meaning an escape for Bruce Wayne.
Don't make me your one hope for a normal life.
Harvey Dent is in some ways like Batman, if Batman were to work within the system.
Whoever the Batman is, he doesn't want to do this for the rest of his life. How could he? Batman is looking for someone to take up his mantle.
Someone like you, Mr. Dent?
Maybe.
They are two sides of the same coin.
If I'm up to it.
What if Harvey Dent is the Caped Crusader?
The Dark Knight and the White Knight.
But I want your trust.
Well, you don't have to sell me, Dent. We all know you're Gotham's White Knight.
Both are even in love with the same
It
woman.
makes you think about things you couldn't stand losing. About who you want to spend the rest of your life with.
It's a pretty big commitment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And both
I only have one question.
are pushed to their limits
Where is Harvey Dent?
by the Joker. The story is told of Job, a righteous and successful man. While speaking with God, Satan suggests that Job is only good because he hasn't faced any real trials in his life. So God allows Satan to take away Job's wealth, family, and health, covering his body with painful boils to see if he will curse God and die, or continue faithful.
Tonight, you're all going to be a part of a social experiment.
The movie brings up the question of whether people are inherently good or inherently evil.
Each of you has a remote. Blow up the other boat.
We each have a choice, like Job, how we will live our lives. But Satan, whose name means the accuser, will push us to fall.
The cops have plans.
Throughout the movie, the Joker twists and blames
They're
everyone.
schemers. Schemers trying to control their little worlds.
For the problems he causes.
Me? I was right here. Who did you leave him with? Your people?
He accuses everyone of secretly being two-faced.
Assuming, of course, that they are still your people.
I didn't
You didn't know what they
Unlike
were
the
gonna
story
do.
of Job,
You're the second cop to say that to me.
Harvey Dent eventually breaks.
You wouldn't dare try to justify yourself if you knew what I'd lost.
The death of Rachel Dawes was sadly too much for him.
Did I bring this on her?
Bruce also lost Rachel.
I was meant to inspire good.
Then why was it me who was the only one who lost everything?
She was gonna wait for me, Alfred.
It wasn't. The Joker chose me because you were the best of us. He wanted to prove that even someone as good as you could fall.
Not only does Bruce handle Rachel's death better, perhaps because it's not his first time losing someone he loves, but he even takes Harvey's wrongs upon himself.
I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
Much like Harvey tried to take Batman's sins upon himself earlier.
I am the Batman.
Now Batman returns the favor, but not to save Harvey, who is already dead,
Gotham needs its true hero.
but to act as a savior for Gotham,
Why is he running, Dad?
even as they demand his crucifixion.
Because we have to chase him.
Because even though Harvey fell, and we sometimes fall, people deserve another chance. People, as flawed and broken as we
He
are
didn't do anything wrong.
worth saving, are worth dying for.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. But not the one it needs right now.
Batman doesn't flip a coin.
So we'll hunt him.
He wants to save us all. Even though individuals and even leaders may fail. Even though there are horrible things in this world and life seems unfair and chaotic. Believe in people. People of all colors, creeds, and social statuses. People are inherently good. The Dark Knight teaches us that most people are not like the Joker and Harvey Dent. Most people as diverse as they come, are good and honest and decent, and rise resilient in the face of trials and oppositions. Rachel sums it up well in her letter.
I'm sorry to let you down. If you lose your faith in me, please keep your faith in people.
People are inherently good. And that is the moral of this story.